out there, there's always a little bit of nerves.
You're a little nervous, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna go out there and take care of business.
It's a different atmosphere, and it's not so much even the crowd or, you know, who you're wrestling. It's the little things that go through your head.
I know that there's a lot, you know, behind, you know, the tradition of wrestling here at Wartburg, so that's always on my mind too, is to kind of just hold my own and make my own stamp.
You're not wrestling for yourself, you're wrestling for all the guys on the national championship wall, the guys on the All-American wall, and for all these banners that have come before you. I have a responsibility to uphold what all these other guys have done.
It's definitely an adrenaline rush, you know, because with all the stuff, you know, you think about beforehand.
That's why wrestling is so much fun to win in, because you know personally how much hard work went into it. No one else went out there on the mat and did it for you.
It's such a challenging sport, and it's such a personal challenge. It's on me to put the work in. It's on me to do the extra. You know, it's on me to learn as much as I can learn. Very rarely in any gamut of life are you out making history. You know, are you setting a record? Are you doing things that have never ever been done before? Our guys are doing that every single year.
We got second the first year in the conference, which was really, everybody was really excited. We got second that first year, but now we've won 25 in a row. We had no idea it was going to end up like it did. I had no idea. I never once thought, you know, I'm going to win 21 consecutive conference championships, 10 national titles. I just wanted to win one. You know, I just wanted to win one. When I got here, the first goal was to fill a team, because we didn't even fill a team the first year. And then we hadn't won a conference title in 15 years before we won one. So, you know, it's like, let's fill a team, let's have a winning record, let's try to win the conference, let's try to get in the top 10 nationally, let's try to get a trophy, which is top 4 nationally, let's win a national championship. So, you know, the national championship was something that I thought we could do. I wasn't sure how long it would take. It had never been done at the college before, and so when you're trying to do something that's never been done before, it's really hard. It's really hard to change the culture of how your athletes think. They had never seen themselves on top of the podium in their mind. I call it running your success video in your mind. They had never, they didn't visualize our team going to get the trophy, getting called up to get the trophy, because they had never got one. That was the hard part, you know, the challenge of thinking that we could, even though we hadn't.
You know, our message is this, and this is one that we preach from day one when guys come in our room. Success is fighting your butt off the whole entire time. That's success. Not conceding anything. Fighting the whole time. That's success. Winning matches will take care of itself when you fight the whole entire time.
I think it's just reassuring yourself that you're prepared, you know, and that's the big thing with this program, is that all these championships, they're won well in advance. They're won in the wrestling room. They're won because we're prepared, you know. And I think before you go on the mat, you got to be confident that you're prepared, you know, because that solves a lot of problems if you just go out there and fight for a 7-minute match. You don't worry about the score. You don't worry about this or that or what he does. You just worry about yourself and what you're going to do, and you compete hard for 7 minutes. Good things happen.
I came from a high school that was ranked in the country and very successful state championships, and we rolled into here, and it was insane to come from a place that was so successful to a place that's even more successful.
I just think back to like all the times that we will win a duel by like 25 points and we still get yelled at because we didn't perform our best. Like that's the place that I want to go. You know, I don't want to go to a place where like, you know, you win and your coach's like, oh, good job. You know, like I want to go to a place where we win by 25 points and everyone on the team is getting critiqued on what we need to do better and how we can improve. And
because if you don't have everybody perform to the best of their ability, you're not gonna be at your best. And so that's the hard part, trying to get everybody at the same time to compete at their highest level. When you do that, great things happen, you know, but you don't do that just by chance. You don't leave it out there by chance. Well, I hope it happens today. No, you talk about it. You make that the goal. You make that. So the goal is really, the winning part comes because of everybody did their job at their highest level.
it's a different standard here, and the coaches hold us to that standard. The coaches like have such a good relationship with us, and like we respect them so much that we don't want to let them down or disappoint them. So I think that's why we're able to go to that next level, and why they're able to push us to that next level is because it's like, you know, it's like my dad. Like I don't want to disappoint him. It's the same way with the coaches. Like I don't want to do anything to disappoint Keller, Ortner, or Smitty, or any of those guys. So it's just doing it for each other, I guess, would be the way that I would describe them being able to like pull everything out of us.
I know for me, when I first came here, I wasn't, you know, the best student, and that's kind of what connected me with Keller, because when I came here, it wasn't just about wrestling. You know, it was about education also. And Keller, he's been there, you know, every step of the way. He's been there, you know, to talk to me through like hard times, you know, in the semester. You know, when I have a tough, you know, test coming up, he's there, you know, to talk me through that.
It's an awesome responsibility that we have, but it's one that we love. You know, that's our passion. That's what drives us, is every single day having the opportunity to change guys' lives. And that's the most important thing. You know, and the fact that we get to do it through a sport that we love, that's an added bonus. When you're fully invested in guys and they know it, there's nothing they won't do. You know, I mean, that's when they're gonna dig really, really deep.
When you really get to know a student athlete in the recruiting process, you're invested in them. I mean, we invest everything into these guys, you know, because when you tell them, when you recruit them, this is what's possible, you want to do everything you can to make it possible. You know, when you tell a kid, like, if you come here, you can win a national championship, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you do that. That's one thing about coaching that, you know, that I think we, as a staff, that we do pretty well. And that's one thing, I think that's what drives us, is that it's not about winning, it's about seeing these guys get their dream.
You know, if you wanna really do well, seek out the places that you think will help you do well, you know, and not just athletically, you know, because one thing I take a lot of pride in is just the academic success of our athletes. You know, I had 13 doctors go through here in the 22 years I coached. You know, we wanted to graduate as well as win championships. Because if you don't get both, it's not a championship. I know you think a lot about winning championships in your mind, but how many times do you think about walking across the stage in graduation? That video's got to run in your mind every day too.
Because it's going to be a lot more than just wrestling. I mean, there's going to be life. There's going to be life along the way.
If something's important to you, if success is important to you, whatever it is that helps you get there, you know, sometimes you might not feel like doing it, or you just don't want to. You do it anyway. You do it anyway because that separates you alone right there. You know, because most people, when it gets really hard, they don't want to do it. It's not going to be easy, man. And you know, you're going to have to sometimes outfight people, but outfight yourself. I mean, sometimes that person in the mirror is the biggest obstacle to your own success. So get out of your own way and do it anyway.